In the last week or so since the bombing of Iran, the cost of gas has gone up 50 to 60 cents. And that's already having an impact on Americans and something that Democrats are seizing on. Even though Americans only spend a fraction of their earnings on gas compared to other things like foods and home, gas prices are incredibly prominent. So we are here at the Trump National Derail Miami because this is where House Republicans have decided to have their annual issues conference.
We're putting an end to all of this threat once and for all, and the result will be lower oil prices, oil and gas prices for American families.
Trump's had two messages on the Iran war. Number one, that it was a very necessary strike, that we had to strike them before Iran could strike us or our allies, that we have to prevent them from getting nuclear weapons. The other thing that Trump has really emphasized throughout is that he does not expect this to be a long-term war. You had a Reuters Ipsos poll that actually came out on March 9th that showed that only 29% of Americans are in support of the war. That is up only 2% from what they had at the very start of the war. Right now, Republican lawmakers are mimicking many of Trump's talking points when they talk about these high gas prices and the impact that they're going to have. Lawmakers who I spoke with do acknowledge that this is a pain point for a lot of Americans right now in terms of higher gas costs, but they say that the ends justify the means.
Even with this short-term increase due to the war that's going on in Iran, it's still more than $1 lower than it was under Joe Biden.
Hopefully it's a temporary spike and that we can move past this. I think there is an operating assumption that that is the case.
So Democrats have a completely different message when it comes to the war. They are very skeptical that it's going to be over quickly. They can see this lasting a long time, and they've really latched on to the fact that gas prices have become higher because of the blockades we're seeing in the Strait of Hormuz. And if these higher gas prices persist, this is 100% going to be something that Democrats call out Republicans for and try and make a contention point in the upcoming elections. If indeed this war is done within the next couple of weeks, it's likely the narrative of the midterms is going to be based on affordability, the economy, or whatever big news story comes up in, say, August, September, and October. However, if this war does continue, if we see more service members' lives lost, if there are still boots on the ground over there, and if it's still something where we are doing strikes or asking Congress for funding, then you might see a number of Americans who are wondering why we're over in Iran,